Speaking of money, John Cena's back. That's going to make a lot of money. It's going to cost a lot of money, but John Cena is officially back. Like I said, iconic SmackDown opened with Rock. We got a John Cena and The Rock meeting, closed with John Cena. What a bookended SmackDown. One of the best SmackDowns ever. But John Cena on the Grayson Waller Effect. Grayson Waller did an incredible job with John, not letting him talk, but not doing it. See, a lot of people just do the Roddy Piper thing, where Roddy Piper pretends he's going to let you talk, then takes the mic away. Brother Love did the exact same thing as Roddy Piper, and Jerry Lawler did the exact same thing as Roddy Piper and Brother Love, and it goes on and on. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's not a criticism. It's just the way it's been done. Grayson Waller just changed it. Number one, he wasn't holding the microphone, so he wasn't snatching it away. That was always the move. And number two, it was just in his cadence of speech. I thought he did such a wonderful job. But it was Jimmy Uso that came out, had his showdown with John Cena, and then Solo came out like he was going to beat up Jimmy, except instead beat up John. AJ Styles comes out to save the day. Now, okay, so it looks like that's where they're going, right? The next Roman Reigns match, they're saying, is going to be Crown Jewel at the beginning of November. I would imagine we're getting Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles in that match. So I guess we're getting Jimmy and Solo versus John and AJ so that you can keep AJ alive with the Bloodline and get to AJ versus Roman in November, which, you know, it is what it is. I would have preferred John Cena and LA Knight on a tag team together. But I think that it seems like they're teasing LA Knight and Roman Reigns to possibly go down at a later date, whether that's in that Survivor Series, whether that's, you know, beginning of next year, who knows when or if that will be. But I've got to tell you, man, I am really looking forward to a potential John Cena singles match. And I think we can get some of them. You know, John Cena's booked for a few SmackDowns. I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world to do one television John Cena match. We did a John Cena match at the end of last year. Right? Was it the end of no. Was it the end of last year? Was it? I feel like it was the end of last year. Because so he could wrestle every year. I don't remember, but we did that tag match. I feel like it was the end of last year, but it was just a match for match's sake. I think that John Cena should have a singles match with Grayson Waller on an episode of SmackDown. One television match for John Cena in this run. I think he's on like 6 or 7 SmackDowns total. We've seen 2 of them. I think he should have one match with Grayson Waller, and he should beat Grayson Waller. He's got to start winning matches again. But something that I really want to see is a singles match between John Cena and Solo Sikoa. Every time John Cena and Solo Sikoa are in that ring together, I start thinking about the John Cena Umaga matches. And I am just the biggest Umaga fan that you'll ever find. I mean, you guys know at this point what I like. I love Yokozuna. I love Umaga. There is something genetically in that Anoa'i family that allows you to just become a beast of a human being that moves like a cruiserweight. And it's just the greatest thing in the world to me in terms of this thing called sports entertainment. I can't sing the praises of Umaga enough. I think he is one of the most underrated big men of all time. I think Bam Bam Bigelow is severely underrated, but I think Umaga is even more underrated than Bam Bam Bigelow is. I think that we have not caught up to Umaga yet, and at some point there will be that. Like, I feel like Yoko got it. I think for a long time people did not give Yoko his props. Yokozuna was severely underrated. And he's finally getting to a place where people are like, you know what? Yokozuna really was freaking awesome. Unbelievable, one of a kind. And that might be because people are doing more interviews now. You know, The Undertaker's getting out there and talking about how amazing Yoko was. Everybody who worked with him. I think we're going to get there with Umaga. I don't think the fan base is fully there yet, but he's one of the greatest of all time, as far as I'm concerned. And when I see Solo Sikoa and John Cena together, it's just that getting that Umaga John Cena feeling again. is just too much. And I think the idea that you can build Solo up, even if he lost to John Cena, which I think he should lose to John Cena. I think John Cena, this trip for John Cena should be about picking up W's. John Cena should get wins this trip because he doesn't get enough wins. He can't just come back and lose. Like, that's not how you got to build up John Cena now. So the next time, like he gave Austin Theory the win. So let's get some wins for John here. So the next time he comes back, he's got more to give. I think building Solo Sikoa as a credible threat to John Cena is enough. The idea that we're going in and John Cena is intimidated by Solo Sikoa, that John Cena, the greatest of all time, is not sure if he can beat Solo Sikoa. Whether he beats him or not will be all the energy that Solo needs to get bumped up a notch. I get real excited about it. And I would love to see it happen at that Saudi pay-per-view, because I don't think it's going to happen at Fastlane. Is that the next show? I think it's Fastlane. I don't think it's going to happen at the next show in Indianapolis. But if John Cena has not been confirmed for the Saudi pay-per-view. But if he is, Solo versus Cena is a match that I have to see on pay-per-view. Have to.